So, girl, it's 3 p.m. and I just woke up because I deserve. And I was going to get up. Actually, last night after the show went off, I was going to do it after, Queen's Supreme Court spectacular show situation. I was thinking about maybe I pop in and go live right quick, surprise the girls. But after the Queen's Supreme Court went off, I went to Kroger and I got me some vegetables. And then I came on home. And I did some work. I worked on other things. So I went to bed. I was like, okay, I'm going to wake up early and talk about it because, I want to just drop in and do that. And I done slept till 3 o'clock. It is literally 3:10. I opened my eyes at 3 on the dot. I got up, I brushed my teeth right quick, I peed, and I put on a little piece of a pant because it's brisk out here. I ain't want to come out in my booty shorts, but I ain't adjusted my cap where you can't see my bonnet under my bonnet or nothing, honey. This gonna be real brief. How y'all doing? I'm Kay. I'm the stenographer. This is the Queen's Supreme Court. Now it looks all extra low on me. Girl, so it was cute. From what I understand, it's a battle of the chair. I don't know how it's a battle. They didn't explain nobody's rules. I guess it's a battle between who she picks to come on. But we know that Lil Mo is not going to be in the position. We know she's not. So let's just talk about it. It was cute. The beginning, they gave us, this 10-minute countdown. Talking about, Queen's Supreme Court, the logo, and then, 10, 9, 8, 10 minutes, and 59, 58, 57, all of that. And I was like, okay, I guess when they say color folks time, they're going to make that a thing. They're going to make that, be the niche, the little piece, the drawing piece, I guess. It don't draw me, though, because, girl, people got things to do. 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time is kind of late. And then color folks on top of that, color folks time on top of that. Color folks time applies from the hours of 11:30 to right at 9:30 is when the color folks, we having a function, be here at 11:30, then they pop in at, noon 25 or something. That's one thing. But color folks time, it cuts off at a certain hour and you pass the hour. But I ain't had nothing to do today, so I wasn't too pressed about it. But I'm like, what about the folks like Beautiful Soul who goes to... I know she didn't stay up and watch it, but she goes to bed at like 9 o'clock. Folks be tired. Folks got jobs and things to do. So anyway, girl, it came on. You heard a little, it's the Queen's Supreme Court. It's the Queen's Supreme Court. And the beat was cute. The audio, I was like, okay, I would like a better produced song. Because I like what I heard. I'm a big fan of T.S. Madison's music. Anyway, even before all of this, I've been listening to her records. So I was like, okay, I like this, but I want to hear it better. And then she popped out from behind the chair and, it was like, oh, a reveal. It was real cute. I was like, look at this reveal. Look at her. She had on her little blonde and she was bouncing her titties and it's the Queen's Supreme Court. And I was like, okay, hey. And then the song went off and I was like, yes, let's get started. But she said, I got to run it back. You don't have to run nothing back. You ain't have to run nothing back. You could have let it just, let's proceed. You should have been pouring your drink because she ran it back so she could pour her drink. You should have been pouring your drink the first time. We already been waiting since 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It's just driving out slow like this. Either speed up or shoot. How you doing? Anyway, niggas. If you gonna drive slow in the hood, either speed up or shoot. One or the other. No one has time. Anyway, where was I? So yeah, Bon Bob, and she was pouring her drink and carrying on. And so the second rotation of the song went off, and I'm like, okay, the visuals, it's a little harsh on the eye. Okay, and the audio is a little harsh on the ear, but we gonna get there. She was like, I want to introduce, tonight's judges, blah, 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 all the way from New York City. Come on up here and hit a note on your way. And I said, Lord, it's a singer. And she hit the note. She gave her, and I said, oh, it's Cynthia Loving. It's Cynthia Loving Jr. And lo and behold, walked past and came on to the chair. It was Cynthia Loving Jr. I said, why for? Whose idea was it to put Cynthia Loving Jr. right next to Madison Hinton? Who did that? So here come Lil Mo. She sit there. She looked absolutely stunning. Absolutely gorgeous. I was like, because when I first, saw that she was coming on, I was like, oh, dang. But she got up there and she was looking cute. I was like, look at her looking like she's looking. Her wigs were okay, because you know R&B divas, her wigs. Those wigs. It was a no. So here comes Cynthia Loving Jr. She done sat down. And then we hear, all the way from Atlanta, Georgia, hairstylist for the guy. I don't know what else she said. Shekinah Joe. And here comes Shekinah. And I'm like, okay, I could probably see Shekinah. I could probably deal with Shekinah. And so they sit down, child, and they get to gossiping, honey. From a technical standpoint, I couldn't hear shite. I couldn't hear nothing. I could not hear for the life of me what they was. I had my volume turned up, all the way up. Nothing could stop it. It was all the way up. And still I could not hear nothing. I pulled it up on my phone. I had it on my iPad. I put it up on my phone and I turned it all the way up. And still nothing. I pulled it up on Twitter because I was watching on Facebook. I put it up on Twitter and turned it all the way up and couldn't hear nothing. I said, Lord, why I can't hear? I thought I was going deaf. I already got one ear that's just not strong. I said, Lord, is it done closed on me all the way? Is it gone all the way? They up there talking, child, and at first I could kind of hear, but as the night went on, it just got quieter and quieter. And I'm like, Lord Jesus. And then they got to talking about topics on the docket. They talked about love and hip hop, and Cynthia Loving Jr. didn't want to be a part of that conversation because she owned love and hip hop. Then they talked about just a bunch of other stuff, and Lil Mo was just really sitting over there not taking part in the conversation. Did she lose a bet? Did she just come as a favor to her good girlfriend? Like, why was she there? She ain't said nothing. She didn't bring nothing. Now, we all know Lil Mo to be extra to the point where we be like, Cynthia Loving Jr., sit down, settle down. But she was so high that woman was high last evening. She was real zooted on the evening of last, because, girl, she was just sitting there. Every time somebody said something, she was like, wait, who was that? Who was that? I don't know. Oh, okay, yeah. And she was just sitting there, like, being cute and looking off into space like Beyonce at a basketball game. Like, not really taking part in what's going on, but I'm just going to sit here and be beautiful. That's all she was doing. I was like, you could have been beautiful and brought, something to the table. She just came, sat at the table with nothing to bring. I don't have much to bring. Anyway, so I couldn't hear. Cynthia Loving Jr. wasn't really participating. Now, what I did like was the chemistry between Shekinah and Lil Madison, Jesus. Madison. Their chemistry was really good. But the thing about it is, I like their chemistry, but not for this format. I would want to see Madison and Shekinah sit together in the living room and just gossip, because the show, the new format of the show, now we all know whose opinions these are. They're simply mine. These are just my opinions. If you have your own opinions, that's real cute for you. But they have nothing to do with me and mine. Now back to this. As far as the show, the format of it being a judges panel situation, in this first episode was really lost. It was lost because when I think of judges and trying cases, I don't think of them sitting, and just having casual kiki conversations. It worked with Kaya and Madison because there was a level of harshness that you would expect from a judge. There was a level of, like, I don't want to see you back in my courtroom no more, that you would expect from a judge. With this, it's just like, we gonna put on some robes and have some gavels, but we gonna kiki, it's gonna be real cute. That's not what I want. Y'all can sit in the living room for that. I'm gonna watch again. Like I said, I'm gonna give it my, customary 2 watches. But the format, the way it is set up, is like, if y'all just gonna kiki, then kiki, just kiki. Just gonna kiki. Y'all can kiki with me right here in the car, honey. We can put the wide lens on, have you in the passenger seat, and we can just kiki. It don't have to be, all of that. So anyway, honey, they got to talking about subjects. They talked about Wendy, Wendell, Bartholomew, Orenthal, Rufus, Clyde, Theodis, Pookie, Aldova, James and the Giant Peach Williams. And Madison said that she could call Wendy, Wendell, Bartholomew, Owenthal, Rufus, Clyde, Theodis, Pookie, Aldova, James, and Giant Peach Williams that because she has been called Mandy, Man, Whore, Mandingo, and all the likes. And to that I say, everybody been calling this woman Wendell for the longest time. We're not going to jump on Madison for calling her Wendell. I'm not, I should say. I'm not. But yeah, they talked about her, and then they, you know, spoke on her Graves' disease and showed the clip of her falling and all of that. And when it was come time to pray, you know, Madison said, well, we're going to pray for her. It got real awkward because Cynthia Lovin Jr. is like, oh, I'm Muslim, I can't. And I'm like, Muslims pray more than anybody else. What you talking about? They pray formally more than anyone else. What do you mean you can't pray for? And see, what I don't understand about Cynthia Lovin Jr. is Cynthia Lovin Jr., your mama, is it her mama's a pastor? Cynthia Lovin Sr., I believe, is a pastor in the regular old Christian church. It may be Baptist. I don't know. I feel like she grew up Pentecostal. And so it's not like you are foreign to prayer. When you go to your mama's house and she getting ready to pray over the food, do you say, oh no, I'm unable because I'm Muslim? That was weird to me because you grew up, you know, the son of a preacher man. And now it's like, oh, okay, well, now that I've, you know, gone on over to Muslimity, I'm not going to be able to participate in your prayer. Like, you're not that strict a Muslim in the first place. Honestly, it's no shade to Muslims. It's just shade to Cynthia Lovin Jr. You're not that strict of a Muslim. So all of a sudden, when it comes time to pray and do something that you used to doing, now it's, I won't be able to do it. And on the other side of that, Maddie, if she's saying, I'm Muslim, I'm not going to be able to pray with y'all, don't grab her hand and bow your head and include her in that. That got on my nerves on both sides. Because it's like, okay, she don't want to pray with y'all. Grab Shekinah's hand and pray with Shekinah. You ain't have to grab Mo's hand and bring her into that. I didn't like and bit of that. And I was with Shekinah when Maddie started praying, and Shekinah was like, we're not going to play with the Lord. Because Maddie started calling her Wendy, Wendell, and all of that. She's like, we're not going to play with the Lord. See, I like that. I try not to play with the Lord. Excuse my long, luxurious scarf. I try not to play with the Lord. So I was with Shekinah on that. And I was just like annoyed by Maddie and Mo on both sides. I was like, what is all of this? What is this? What are you doing? What are you doing? They talked about the baseball player that beat his wife. They showed that clip twice. And I'm like, I really, really had done my best not to see that. I did my best not to click on the link to the videos when it pop up on my Facebook. I walked on by, and here you come playing it twice. I didn't want to see that. I did not want to see that woman getting whopped. Fatty whopped. All upside. I didn't want to see. But they played it. They talked about it. They talked about a couple other things, honey. They talked about Bow Wow getting punched out and all the things they talked about, honey. But the moral here was, don't bring Cynthia Lovin Jr. back unless you gonna have a seat where the girls just sit and be pretty, because that's all she did last night. She looked absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. I cannot take that away from her, but the girl did not bring anything to the show aside from her beauty. Because I found myself, when I couldn't hear, just looking at Lil Mo like, wow, was she that pretty before? Is it the seventh baby that brought this glow to her skin? Why is she so pretty? Like, I was really sitting there like, I don't remember her being this pretty. I was confused. Again, my final thoughts are, bring Shekinah back, but y'all sit down at the kitchen table and have you a cute little kiki. We don't really need all the judges and the gavels and the robes. We just need a cute little kiki. That's all we need. Not little kiki from not draped up and dripped out. Know what I'm talking about? Anyway, y'all, the young girls won't know. But yeah, just bring Shekinah back. Sit down at the table and have a cute conversation, and get that sound together. I missed half the show because I couldn't hear. And all I heard was Maddie with her little Wakanda call. All that she was doing was louder than everything everybody else was doing. And I'm like, we need help. We need help with this one. Did Kanye get the sound in the divorce? How the sound so messed up and y'all been gone for a month? Over a month y'all been gone. February 5th to March 19th, y'all was gone. And the sound sounded like that. And the children cackling and kicking in the background. It was a lot. It was a lot. It was not the best, but I could see the potential. Like I said, I'm gonna give it another watch, and we gonna work on it. I may give it 2 more watches. I may give it 3. We never know. But these are my thoughts and opinions on the Queen Supreme Court. That's how I feel. Y'all let me know down in the comments how you feel, and I'll call y'all bite for something else. I don't know. Maybe I won't. Who knows, child? I'm tired. I'm sleepy. Girl, I just woke up and I got to get to work on my off day. Because ain't no day off day when you're hustling. Anyway, girl, like, comment, subscribe, all the things the YouTubers say. And I'll catch y'all whenever I catch you, honey. Who knows? Peace.